Rolling.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you like this video, show me some love. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already. So,
Hey, hi. It's so good to be here with you. It's surreal.
so good to have you.
Yes,
Oh
thank
my
you. Thanks for
god.
having me.
So I'm having a model with me today.
Ooh, model.
Of course, I had to say like, she looks like a model. Like she's so pretty. Like I don't think you realize, but when you're interviewing me, we've done an interview on her channel. I'll leave the link in the description box, so click it to check it out. I was looking at you and the whole time I'm like, wow, like she pretty. I don't even
Okay,
know.
but you're pretty too. You're gorgeous. Look at you. What are you talking about?
What are you saying?
I am saying you're pretty.
Oh my god. So you guys, I am talking to her about Iceland because you stay in Iceland partly or full time.
I think maybe 70% of the time because I travel around the world a lot and also come to Ghana a lot. I'm Ghanaian, so I'm from Ghana. And yeah, but I live in Iceland.
Okay. Most of you guys usually love to know about traveling. You ask me a lot about the visa, about the country, what you love about the country, what you do not like about the country, what to expect. So yeah, she's gonna tell us all about that because she's African. So yeah, having been raised in Africa, when you went to Iceland, when first of all, how long ago, how many years ago did you go there, and what shocked you the most about Iceland?
Okay. So I've been going to Iceland since 2013 before I relocated in 2000, like partly relocated 2018. So it wasn't like a drastic shock for me because I've been experiencing it. But besides that, I've also studied in the UK also, and so far what I've traveled to about 45 different countries across the globe. So it wasn't a drastic shock. However, the shock with Iceland is that especially in the summer, you have 24-hour sun between June and July.
24 hour?
24 hours.
Even at night?
It doesn't get dark. There's
No
nothing like
way.
yes
Are you
way.
serious?
I'm serious.
How is that possible?
It's just it is because of where the position where they are, the world. But in the winter, so in the next few months, it's going to be dark and they'll probably have about 4 hours of sunlight during the day and it gets dark. So the sun rises around 10, 11 a.m. sometimes. So in the morning when people are going to work, it's pitch dark. So for me that was a cultural shock for me. And I had to sleep with an eye patch sometimes or later change to dark curtains so that you can sleep because you don't sleep. And it's so safe. Kids are playing outside at midnight, riding their bicycles.
And the sun is out.
The sun is
at
out.
midnight.
Yes, at midnight.
Oh my
So yeah.
god, that must have been shocking
for
for an
me-
African.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because the sun rises and it sets. So you know when the sun is rising and it's
yeah.
setting. But this one is difficult to sleep because it's 24 hours, especially June, July. And the thing is, it's not just Iceland. I think in Finland also and in Norway, parts of Norway
Yeah.
and maybe Sweden, I'm not sure. It also happens. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That for me is my major culture shock. Yes.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that could go on for days or months?
Yes,
Is
like
it
the
just
whole
like
of
one day and then that's it?
No, the whole of that month. So I look forward to having you in Iceland. So you should put it on your list. I'll be
I
happy
would
to
love
host
to
you.
come.
Yes,
Did you say
will.
host?
Yes. I did say host. Yes,
Ah.
yes. Just
Right.
Miss Trudy.
It's on camera. It's on camera. I'm coming.
Yes, come.
Okay, so after this video, I'm just gonna go online, check the tickets,
Yeah.
prices.
Yes.
Trust me, I'm coming.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's not just this a couple of months. It's like that, and the winter is also that's dark. It gets dark for sometimes. So that's a cultural shock.
Oh, so winter also it's like about 24 hours too.
Not
Darkness
4 hours of sunlight. So
only.
yes, the sun rises like we are in Ghana. We are filming in Ghana now. The sun rises by 5:30 a.m. In Iceland is 11 or 10 a.m. before it's getting bright, and after 4 hours it's getting dark. So that was it. And the other thing that also shocked me is the wind. It can be very, very windy. So you wouldn't even see people using umbrellas because the wind would really blow you away. But I was surprised. Another cultural shock was that whether it's rainy or it's windy, they let their children go to school. In the wind, you just hold someone's hand and you walk to school. In the rain, in the snowstorm, they will go to school. And I think it's to help their children reprogram their mind so that when you're an adult, you're not going to have an excuse that, oh, you know how sometimes in Ghana or some parts in Africa,
So
Charlie,
it's
the weather is
raining. Let
cool,
me
so it's
just stay
raining, let me chill
home.
a bit in the bed. No.
Oh
So,
my god, me,
mhm.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
Is when you say Iceland, when I think of Iceland, I think of the movie Maleficent.
Ah, I
You
haven't
know
seen
it?
that. No.
The one that's acted by this lady, this very famous lady.
Magnificent.
This cartoon, Freeze. Is it called Freeze? This lady, this girl who has the power of freezing things.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Really?
I'll look for it now
You
that you say
love
Iceland.
it.
Yeah, I'll look for it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. That is, if I'm making sense, leave a comment below. So that is crazy.
Yeah.
So is it visa free for Ghanaians?
No, it's not. Iceland is not visa free for Ghanaians, and not even when you're going through transit. But I'll give you a tip for transit. You can use your Schengen visa to come to Iceland, to visit Iceland. So Schengen, by Schengen visa, any visa from the Netherlands, from Italy, the about 27 different countries, you can use that too. So Iceland is part of the Schengen zone. But otherwise, they're small people. There are only 350,000 people living in Iceland. So some, yeah,
350,000?
yes,
That's a
350,000.
country with
It's a country, yes,
350,000
and it's a
people?
big country, yes.
Oh wow.
So
So then people must have lots of land.
lots of land.
Oh,
Lots of
okay.
land, lots of nature, lots of volcanoes. They're actually expecting one to erupt anytime soon.
Ah,
Yes. So
they'll be safe.
they're safe. They know when it's gonna go up, blow up. So they're safe. They are well prepared.
What a country.
Yes.
Volcanoes erupting, sun 24 hours. Oh my god.
Yes. Northern
Insane.
Lights. Yes. Yeah. It's beautiful, but it's the same. We have also a lot of beautiful places in Africa. We just have to, promote it and show. That's why I really like what you guys are doing with Africa to the World movement. And for me, every time I get the opportunity, I'm like an ambassador for Africa. It doesn't matter. I don't say because I've been to Kenya also. Like 2017, I did
Yeah.
12 countries in a month across Africa. So it's not like, oh, look at her, she's saying Africa to the world, but she's living there. Some of us have to promote. I go to shops and I see they have these little cans sometimes, and they say SOS and they're taking money and it's black people's face on it. I don't like that. Why can't you show happy faces? And sometimes I turn it around. So some of us also have to be elsewhere to spread the message and to
Oh
promote
yeah.
it.
Not
So,
all of us can do the same thing
no,
at the same place.
of course not. I mean, I remember meeting a Japanese girl in Rwanda, and she didn't know anything about the genocide war museum or what had happened in Rwanda. I took her on a motorbike, and then we went. I met another Japanese girl in Sweden just 2 months ago, and I was the only African she had interacted with. To this day, we text each other. So sometimes, yeah, I know we're talking about
Africans are
Iceland,
in
but
different continents, but they're still representing Africa.
absolutely, absolutely.
So what do you miss most about Africa when you're away?
Okay, I miss sometimes just going out, sitting on my porch when I have sun and I can just relax. Because sometimes it's so windy you can't step out. It's so windy that the wind is blowing away. And there's something they say that if you don't like the weather in Iceland, just wait for 5 minutes. It can rain now and snow the next minute, and there's hailstones. So I miss that freedom. Okay, I can just step out because even if it rains in Ghana, the sun is going to come the next
Yeah.
day. So I like that, and sometimes I miss the market, the vibrancy. When you're in it, sometimes you feel like it's annoying, but I miss the energy of yeah. But Africans are open, and we're free for the most part. So not to say that Icelanders are not, but Africans, home is home. So for me, I come
So West Home is
anytime.
best.
Anytime I'm home. Yeah.
Do you agree with the statement?
Pardon?
Do you agree with the statement that East or West Home is best?
I do. I do.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
Oh, for me, I feel that if you ever have the opportunity to see someplace new, you should.
Don't put yourself in a box.
Yes, you should. It will expand your horizons.
That's
because
amazing you're saying that, because when I went to Malaysia, guys were on my case. So you're black, why are you going to Malaysia? Promote Africa, what are But what you're saying, I totally agree with it. Don't put yourself in a box. Travel the world.
yes.
Yeah.
So for me, I always say travel is my PhD because my undergraduate and my master's degree were all in tourism. So for me, travel and tourism is my PhD. I get to learn a lot, and I get to also shift other people's narrative because people think that if you're an African, if you are in Europe or you're in America, or you're somewhere, you're an economic migrant, you're hustling, but that's not everyone's story. Yeah. So I feel that we should, if you have the opportunity, travel within Africa. I have traveled within Africa, 20 countries, and I'm still hoping to do more. So
what are some of these countries you've gone to?
Okay, for sure, Kenya. I've been to Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, Swaziland, South Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Ivory Coast. Yeah, on and on. That's the ones that I can remember.
That's just in Africa. Outside Africa, you've gone to others as well.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I love to travel.
That's awesome.
That's my education.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I hope someone got something out of it and they are encouraged. If I can do it on a Ghanaian passport, you can. It's all about planning and a bit of savings. It's not like everyone has a big pot of money somewhere. So it's possible. It can be done.
Nothing is impossible, guys. You just have to believe in yourself. Bye. How many minutes is that?
Yeah, it's long.